I'm Richard Nattoo. I live in Jamaica and I work in Jamaica, but I'm here in Ghana. I primarily work with watercolors. I used to work watercolors on paper, but now I've transitioned to working watercolors on canvas because canvas gives me a bigger opportunity to go up in scale. I only use what I call living water to paint with. That's natural flowing water from rivers and streams, and it's important to me just because of what water symbolizes and the memories that's in water. That's important to me, and that's a big part of my practice and the philosophy of the work that I do. What I'm currently focusing on at the Nattoo Artist Residency is exploring my magic world. My work it's really about remembering, and it's about remembering the freedoms that I had as a child, and how those freedoms were revoked by adulthood. It's about how I didn't feel like I was allowed to do these childish things that once brought me so much joy, and just about how our Western society made me believe that the rest of my life was about getting a job, working in a system, and dying. So the work is about remembering how to feel and reclaiming that magic that I was taught to forget, and it's expressed through my magic world, where you have the child who's the magician, who's teaching the adult who's the wanderer how to be young again, while being guided along the way by the fireflies and ancestors. There's one main element within my work that it usually asks a question, and it's the blue skin. The story behind that started when I was younger, and I visited the house that my father grew up in. I saw a portrait of my grandfather there, and it was the first time I saw a portrait of him. And while I knew I had Indian heritage, seeing his face came as a shock because he looked so different from me. And then that led me, my young curious mind, to start to look at Hindu religions, and I saw that they sometimes express their majestic beings using blue skin. That spoke to me as a child, and it sank into my subconscious, and then resurfaced later in life, when I started telling my story through figures. I realized that I just couldn't use browns to paint skin tones. Blues just made so much more sense to me. And looking back, it's because of my early encounter with blue skin majestic beings, and considering myself a majestic being, and considering the black figures I paint as majestic beings, and the blue skin, it only made sense. I select certain plants that have certain medicinal properties, and I put them within the work, to add deeper meaning to the work. I have pieces that talk about feeling stuck as an adult, and I would put plants there like I think there's one called this outside weed, and you have some other plants that are used to help with like soul and feet and like stagnation. So I use it within that kind of poetic manner within the work, because I like adding these different layers and layers of meaning within the work. And I like to consider myself as a storyteller. I use figures in the work to tell the stories. I'm telling my story, but what I find is that my story that I'm telling is many other stories. So when someone sees my work, all I want them is to feel something. That's all. I want you to feel something when you see my work. That's it.